Hey TikTok, and hey YouTube, y'all. I'm coming back to y'all. I'm done with my garden and stuff from this morning. Sorry, y'all, that cough from that shot. But I'm coming back to y'all because one of my other son's friends was pew pewed a few days ago. Not the one that I told y'all about that passed. This is another son. I have 3 sons and a daughter, and they were pew pewed a few days ago, even without this gentrification that's going on. Y'all, this is for my young women. We cannot continue to give hood boys. You ain't gonna be able to, huh? You said it. We ain't gonna be able to continue to get hood boys, so you're not gonna have nothing. They're exciting and they're fun when you're young. I know I married one for over 30 years. They're exciting and stuff when you're young, but as you get older and as you grow, they're not gonna grow in the same way that you grew. They can't. You see what I'm saying? Because their mindset is in a whole different direction than yours is. So let me tell you what you're gonna have with the hood boys. You're gonna have to worry about them in and out of the hospital because somebody pew pewed them, especially if they out on the street selling. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Remember me telling y'all about my son getting robbed, being pew pewed 6 times? It's gonna happen. And my husband used to tell my boys all the time, I done enough time for all of y'all. I don't want none of y'all in the street. But sometimes the street just claim them. You know what I mean? And especially if you have that going on in your home, you know, even if you're not allowing things in your home, the kids know and they're watching at all times. And that's just the way it is. So, young ladies, what's going to happen is you're going to either in and out of hospital with him or to the grave, because I was a widow at 22 years old. That son that got pew pewed 6 times, his dad died when he was 10 months old. Pew pewed in the chest. And I was there. I don't wish that on nobody. It's a physical pain for the survivor. It's a physical pain. You feel physically ill. You feel physically like you're not going to be able to make it while you're watching the news and life continues on for everybody else. You see what I'm saying? There's there's no way, or let me tell you what else you're gonna do if you continue with a hood boy, and you can change them hood boys. You can tell them you gotta go get a skill. You want to be with me, you gotta go get a skill. You'll be surprised at what they'll do to be able to stay with you. I don't want nobody that's just out here in these streets. That's what you gotta tell them, y'all. Especially if you're starting to have kids with them, babies with them. You don't want to drag your baby to each and every penitentiary to go see your man, because every 4, 5 years he locked up. And in essence, you are single parents. And with Trump, DeSantis, and all of these other people, they're getting ready. My husband was just telling me yesterday that they said Tennessee prisons are at capacity. How the F did that happen? We weren't at capacity. Now, Tennessee is one of the most violent states in the nation. Country music or not, we're one of the most violent. But how did we get at capacity? What is happening? Fentanyl has hit the black community. Fentanyl has hit and it has taken over. And it's a form of heroin, if you out there know. When you're doing fentanyl, you're doing a form of heroin. Fentanyl was made for stage 4 cancer patients. But everybody not everybody, but a lot of the people that do drugs in the black community has switched over to fentanyl. It's cheap, but it's deadly. And if your dude is the one that's distributing the fentanyl, when he get caught, and if somebody pass away from it in Tennessee, you know that 51 years is automatic, automatic. So, young ladies, you got a lot that you can do to stop your dude. them, hey, I want to live like this. I don't want nobody kicking my door in, whether it's the police or whether it's somebody that's finna rob you. Because that's going to be the only thing you got going. I'm trying to tell you what God loves. We got to do better. They getting these prisons ready, not just for the Hispanics. They getting Alcatraz. What is it? Alligator Alcatraz ready for the black ones too. And these boys ain't even paying attention. I told